Hey, I'm Dean, and this is Legacy Voyage. In Season 1, I'm documenting my journey to earning my first 100K net worth as a full time college student. Join me as I share some of the lessons I learned along the way. How are we doing today? I'm just trying to hype myself up, man. I gotta bring more energy. I've been super low energy this past week. So I just came back from spring break. That's the reason I haven't been posting for a while. But spring break was cool, man. I went out to Salt Lake, saw the fam, whole bunch of family out there. I think the coolest thing, as soon as I landed, I noticed it. So many Polynesians, man. I can totally see myself raising my family out there. It was super cool. The thing I want to talk about today is how an 18-year-old college kid landed big connections with successful businessmen. And let me remind you, I'm an 18-year-old freshman. I got no name, no credentials, no money, no nothing. Yet I was able to land these big connections. Some of the people I met, man, it was a co-founder of a company, of a tech company. He sold it for a couple million bucks. Another guy, he graduated from Cornell. He founded two tech companies, sold both of them, and exited and he's like a multimillionaire. He's in venture capital, and he's doing big things too. He's a business broker. And then another dude graduated from Yale. He founded a real estate private equity firm, and they're doing huge things. There's that, and then another guy who runs a property management company. I connected with all these fools. I for real. I got to tell you the story because this is actually insane, and this is really the power of networking. Like the things that I've been doing lately, it's really all just been networking and learning how to network, and that's something that I really love to share with people. My entire process of how I'm doing it and reaching out to people and what I'm saying and all these things that I've learned along the way. And there's still so much I need to learn about networking too, which is the crazy part because me being so inexperienced, yet I'm still able to make these connections, which is crazy. And there's so much more connections along the way that I think would be super helpful. But here's the story. Basically, when I first got to school, the question is, what are you doing over the summer, right? A freshman comes in and he's trying to figure out, what am I going to do over the summer? Because everyone knows that it's hard for freshmen to get internships, so they either do nothing or go do research or something like that. And that's what I was trying to figure out. Originally, I was gonna go to Tonga, where I'm from, and then go learn the language out there. I was looking into that, and then they would pay me to go out there, which is super cool program at Northwestern. They would literally pay you to go and learn a language over the summer. It's crazy. So there's that, and then I was looking into no, that was the main thing I was looking into. It was that thing, and then I decided, you know what? I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. I want to go and build a business, but how am I gonna do that? I gotta gain experience, and the best way to do that is the best way to gain experience is to go work for someone, right? So my thought was, I'm gonna go find someone an intern for them, because the only way, really, the only way you land a good internship as a freshman is through connections. It's through a network. So that's what really started my journey of I'm gonna go and network with people, and then one of the first people that I found. Well, by then I didn't even have LinkedIn, and then I was looking into LinkedIn a little bit. I was like, what is this social media type platform that? Because I'm not a social media dude, so I'm really not on any social media. So I'm always reluctant to join one, or I'm not really into it. But LinkedIn, I looked into it, created an account. I was like, it's actually pretty interesting. I looked up some people, and then eventually I found this dude who graduated from Kellogg, the business school over here, and his name was David Tafuna. I was like, whoa, Tafuna, that's a Tongan last name. Is this guy Tongan? I looked at him, looked at his profile. I was like, man, this dude is Tongan. He graduated from Kellogg. He founded a company. He sold it. Now he's a part of another one, and I was like, whoa. So I was like, I did more research. I was like, and then I just connected with him, sent him a message. Hey, I'm at Northwestern. I'm a Tongan out here. You want to hop on a call sometime? And that really started it. So I hopped on a call. It was a great call. And then a couple days later, I hopped on another call. with a super successful dude, graduated from Cornell. Founded a couple companies, sold them. He's another big time entrepreneur. So connected with him, hopped on a call, and then and then I just kept doing that for literally for the past pretty much every week. I've been on at least three networking calls, which is very low. I think the most I've done in a week is like a solid six probably. And this is networking with a new person. Every single call is it with a new person. Make those big connections, and then I'm scrolling through LinkedIn and I find out about this thing happening in Salt Lake, and it's like a meetup of Polynesians and Pacific Islanders entrepreneurs. And I'm looking at the info for it. I'm like, oh man, if only I could go to that. That sucks that I can't go because I'm in school. Like I can't fly out there just for a weekend or something. And then I find out it lines up perfectly with spring break. So on Friday, spring break ends or spring break starts, and then the very next day is the event. And I was like, whoa, that's called Race the Tide. It's the Raise the Tide Summit. Then I found out about this event. I'm like, whoa, I can actually go to this. So I asked my mom, like, hey, can you schedule the tickets? Can I go out there? I go out there because I have a whole bunch of family out there. I stay with my uncle. And then the next day, I pull up to this event. And I'm at the event, and here is this 18-year-old college kid who should not be there. I should be in Evanston or Vegas, where I'm from. I should not be there. But I'm just with my backpack on, and I pull up, and of course I got the Northwestern hoodie. That's my brand. That's the reason I reach out to these fools. I'm like, hey, I'm a Tonga student at Northwestern. It's really just to get my foot in the door, so people remember me as the kid from Northwestern. So I walk in. There's this big. It's like a cafeteria. We're at a high school. We walk into the cafeteria, and then there's like booths of businesses all around, and then music in the background, live music of playing like Polynesian tunes. And then I walk in, sign in. There's free food, which is amazing. Cannot complain about free food. But I'm over there and I'm trying to look out. Who do I go network with? Who do I meet up with? I didn't see any familiar faces. Actually, no, actually, I saw some familiar faces, but I was so afraid to walk up to them. So I was just waiting, eating, and then not even eating. I was just walking around, visiting the booths. And as I'm walking around, I look and I see two guys walk in. Two guys with suits. They're like low-key commanding the room. Like you could tell they have like this aura around them. And I spotted them. I was like, "Hey, that's them." That was David Tafuna, the Kellogg graduate, and then the other guy was the Yale graduate. So I immediately spotted them. I was like, okay. I go up to them. I dab him up. What's the Kellogg grad? Dab him up. His name is David. I'm like, hey, what's up? What's up? And as soon as I say what's up, someone comes from behind him, literally like sneak attacks him, taps him on the shoulder, and then they start talking. And as they're talking, I'm just standing there. I'm just standing there, like straight up. Couple minutes, at least 3 to 5 minutes. This was so awkward. I say 3 to 5 minutes. It doesn't sound like a long time, but it felt like ages. I was just staring off into space, not really knowing what I was doing, and then, and then here he is just talking with another dude. I'm just there. I'm like, you know what? This is not worth it. This is way too awkward. So I, as they're sitting, they're standing around in like a circle talking to each other. And then there's a table right next to them, like one of those cafeteria tables for high schools. And I decided to sit down there and then eat my food. And then there's like a group of people over there, so I started talking to them. And I'm really just talking to them, but I'm waiting for David to finish his conversation. Because as soon as he finishes, I'm gonna start talking to him. So I'm waiting, I'm eating, and then David stops talking with that dude. And then as soon as I try to go talk to him, another dude comes up. And then I'm just waiting, man. I'm waiting for my opportunity to go talk to this guy. But when I'm done finishing my food, He's still talking to people. There's an announcement. They were like, "Hey, we're gonna start heading to the auditorium." And the auditorium is where we're gonna have the keynote speaking and speeches and all things like that. Because there were a couple of pretty cool speakers that were coming to the event. So we start making our way to the auditorium, and as we're making our way there, I'm low key like hanging back, trying to look out like where are they? Trying to find them, and then I can't find them. I cannot spot them. So I was like, you know what? What's the plan here? What can I do? So I decide I'm going to the auditorium. I'm gonna sit front row, right next to the microphone that's set up for questions. I'm gonna sit right there, and I'll be the first one to ask questions. So Uh, I'm waiting. Speakers were great. One of the speakers who came up, he was the Yale graduate. He founded the company. It's called Wolfram Capital. It's a real estate private equity firm, and both Golo was the one who founded it, and David, he's the CFO of it. Golo gives this whole speech, and I'm the first one up there. Like as soon as he's done, I'm right there standing, ready to ask him a question. Ask him the question. I was like, okay, now what do I do? So I sit back down. I'm like, man, I need to have a conversation with them. I try to go outside, try to look out for them. They're not there. I'm like, bro, what do I need to do to sit down and have a conversation, just one on one? I just really just want to get to know him because I never met him in real life, and so I texted. I remember I had his number from months back. It was like 3 4 months ago that I got this guy's number from connecting with him a long time ago. So I got his number. I'm like, "Hey, let me know when you leave, because I'm trying to talk to you before you go." And I shoot him that text. Then immediately he responds. He's like, "Hey, come backstage." I'm like, "Wait, what? There's a backstage? I can come backstage?" So here I am in the lobby trying to look out for them, and then I gotta figure out how to get backstage. 'Cause I have no idea how to get backstage. I'm not gonna walk in the auditorium and then walk up the stage, and that would be way too awkward. I'm trying to figure it out, and then I look and there's two double doors right next to the auditorium entrance, and at this door there's a there's a paper and a sign that says "Do not enter." So I'm like, you know what? That's probably it. So I open those doors, I walk through, and I'm going into this hallway. As I'm walking into the hallway, I still don't know where to go. So I turn left, I walk into a room, and as I'm walking into this room, it's pitch black. I'm walking in and it's super dark. And then I hear something. I hear the speaker speaking. I'm like, what the heck? Where am I? And then this was the actual stage. So right ahead of me was the person speaking. I could literally see them. And then to the right was backstage. And I didn't know that at the time, but to the right, I just saw the person who organized it. He graduated from Rice. All these super cool people out there. I turn right. His name is Doug Fiafia. So I see Doug, and then Doug is there talking with a couple people, and man, I should not be there at all, and I'm like I just keep walking, try to act like I fit in, you know? It's like, you gotta act the part, because if you go in with the type of confidence, they're not gonna question you. At least that's what I thought. So I walk in and I'm like, "Hey, do you know where David is? David Tafuna." He's like, "Who?" Like, "David Tafuna, works for Galoa." He's like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, they're backstage. Just take that hallway and then go through those doors and you'll be there." So I walk in the room, and then as soon as I walk in the room, I turn right, and there they are, David and Goloa, and then a whole bunch of other successful entrepreneurs. In this room, there was his name was Rob Polecki, the founder of Washi, which is like a toilet seat. He's the toilet seat guy, and he he founded that product. And then there's another dude. His name is Keaton Hoskins. His another name for him is the Muscle. I guess that's his nickname. And then he did a show called Diesel Brothers, but he's super rich too. And then and then I walk in this room. He's an 18-year-old kid walking in this room like don't got a business, don't got money, should not be there at all. But I'm in there. I'm like, hey, what's up, David? So I say what's up to David, and then he tells me, I just realized it was you because because when I dapped him up back in the cafeteria, he didn't realize it was me. He did not recognize me. So we start talking, start getting along. Then I start talking with Goloa, the founder of the company, and then we start getting along. And then while I'm talking with them, I get a text. I get a text from another guy. He's in the Salt Lake area as well, and his name is Ian Folau. He graduated from Cornell. So Ian texts me. He's like, "Hey, did you come to the event? I'm outside in the lobby. Let's meet up." And then he shoots me that text. And uh, as I'm talking to David and Golo, I'm talking to them. I shoot back, hey Ian, pull up to backstage. Golo and David are here. So I tell him to pull up, just walk through the doors that say "Do not enter," and you'll find it. So he walks in, and man, when like uh, I think the value that I brought to these guys was that I connected them. So I connected with them, but not only did I connect with them, I connected them. So I connected. His name is Ian. Ian, his specialty is basically finding deals. He finds businesses that want to sell or that don't know about selling, but they do need to sell. But businesses who are interested in selling, and he finds those deals. And then Goloa is the type of guy where he goes out and he wants to buy deals. He wants to buy businesses because he's got that type of cash. So making that connection to them was super valuable because from that they can start more business or make more money together. And that was really the cool part, and that's what they were saying is the value that I brought to them, or that I think the value that I brought to them. But it's also I think there's a there's definitely soft skills that come with it. Like you got to have human communication skills. And I think those are the type of skills that I learned from caddying. I think caddying actually helped me a lot with communicating and really just everyday social skills, which is super vital, highly recommended. Man, it's yeah. I'll talk about how caddying has helped me in the future for sure. But this is man, as I was talking with these guys and meeting new people in that room, I was thinking about this. I'm not sure if you guys seen this musical called Hamilton. And in the musical Hamilton, it's this guy called Aaron Burr. And Aaron Burr, he's super jealous of Hamilton because Hamilton is talking with Thomas Jefferson and they're doing big things, making deals and in their meetings in the rooms. And I'm just I'm just thinking of this thing and one of the songs in the musical is called I Want to Be in the Room Where It Happens. And I was thinking of that, I was like, man, this is the room where it happens. It's not in the lobby where they're having booths and people are going up to them, and then it's not even in the theater or in the auditorium where the speakers are talking and they're giving all this great information, man. It's not even there. The room where it happens is backstage. That's the room where it happens. The room where it happens is these private rooms where these successful people are coming together and talking and discussing and networking. Those are the rooms where it happens. And those are the places that I think are where you want to be. Man, I'm super grateful that I had the opportunity to go out there. Not only that, but for all the people that I've met along my journey so far. And I'm still meeting new people every day. Even just this week, uh, I'm connecting with a couple new people. Guy who founded a solar company, a wealth manager from Merrill Lynch. A couple of them actually. There's like three of them that I'm connecting with. But all these cool people that I've met and are willing to let me take some of their time. Like they're willing to let this 18-year-old kid bother them for 30 minutes and talk with them. It's great to see actually. It's awesome, man. I think that was yeah, that's the main story I wanna talk about. I'm calling that the backstage story. I'm gonna work on the name. Maybe it's the room where it happened story. That sounds a lot better. But that's the story of how an 18-year-old kid landed big connections with successful businessmen. And I made a LinkedIn post about it. It was like the biggest post that I made. Let me check it out. It has 4,000 impressions. That's crazy. Not sure what impressions mean, but that's a lot. That's I'm so proud of that. I think uh I think I'll talk more in future episodes about what I actually learned being there because that was my first networking event. So I learned a lot about what you should do at networking events and how you should go about that. But not only that was the actual lessons that I learned from the stage in the auditorium as the speakers were presenting. And yeah, I should try to be more consistent for sure. But honestly, we shall see. I'll see you in the next episode. I'll talk to you.